Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Gramble as well as many other Shadow Pokemon alongside it, mainly including Shadow Typhlosion. We're going to swap that out here in a little bit, but then go right back to it. Just having a little fun, we're going to go unedited for most of it here, meaning that I am going to go from one battle to the next without transitioning it whatsoever, so I can't make it, seem like, oh, what's going on here? This algorithm is really screwing me over, by showing you specific leads. Not that I do that. I just want to be completely transparent here and just go into the next one. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do here. I'm going to be going a little bit off the cuff for this video, so prepare yourself, right? Put your kids in bed or have them hang out and hear the truth, or whatever I have to say. Appreciate you all. How you all doing? Hope you're having a great night or day wherever you're at here. Let's have a little fun. Shadow Typhlosion. Okay, now let's talk about this thing. So we're going to be getting Hisuian Typhlosion soon, and I was really hoping that when they do release that we were going to be able to evolve our current shadows into the Hisuian Typhlosion, but unfortunately, that's not the case, as what I did with my Rowlet by powering it up all the way to level 50, and I even got it to Best Buddy, and then I did evolve it into the next stage, so we can do that. But, they gotta make the money by releasing the raids first, and then about 2 years later, then they'll have an event that will allow us to evolve them for about a day, and that's where we're gonna be able to do it. So with that said, let's have a little fun here, folks. How you doing? Hope you're all having a good, I already said this, night or day. Like I said, we're going a little off the cuff here. We had a few drinks. We're having a good night. We'll just say it like that. So we're gonna be a little bit more unedited than usual. Maybe not. I seem to be a little bit more tame here. But what I want to focus on this video is going to be how are we or are they going to be pulling out of this horrible situation that they've been put into by the algorithm? Now, if you're one of the people who can not stand me talking about the algorithm, rest assured, don't worry. This is not going to be a rant video, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to be asking logical questions. So we'll go ahead and start this right now without dragging this on any further. So let's see what we have. Gramble into Dragon. Well, that's a great lead for us. What are they going to do? Swap into what? Greninja. Also weak to Charm. All right. So for the people like, fix your team. You don't know what you're doing. No, I do. A lot of times I pick a wacky team just to have fun. But then you can say, there's always an argument. There's always somebody who's going to say something. Oh, well, they're just using a bad team to, saying that to my opponent. Well, that team could have probably did them well for so many sets until they start getting hard countered, like we've seen with the 12 win streak, right? Remember when I was telling you about that? Yeah. All right, so let's not get too sidetracked here. Let's get back onto topic. What can they do? There's really nothing here, and they back out as expected. That's completely normal. I do the same. There's really nothing. Next game, let's see what I or them can do in this situation here. Or, sorry, should I say them and I? Oh man, the grammar people are losing their mind. So bad lead for me up against a Muck here. It's no coincidence. These are all premeditated teams, okay, to go up against you. So I swap into my Gengar. We're really not in a good position here whatsoever, but they do bring in a Togekiss, which we are going to be able to resist the charm. So let's see what's happening here. They did actually let that first charge move go, which unfortunately that Shadow Ball would essentially pretty much one-shotted them, but we are winning this matchup at the end, which is okay. So we can actually bring in our Typhlosion here and see what we can do, turn this around. I was expecting a Acid Spray. Unfortunately, they hit me with a Dark Pulse, so we're really not looking too good, but they let it go, knowing that what we do have. All right, so they do have a Lucario in the back, which is not necessarily taking super effective from the charm because of the steel typing, but it's still taking a ton of damage and inevitably we're taking that win, and the Shadow Gramble is victorious. Shadow Gramble is just a nasty beast. Okay, obviously going up against fire or poison is going to be a little bit of an issue. Steel's also a bit of an issue, but you do have close combat. Okay, next game, we're met with a Shadow Ninetales. Let's see what it has. Charm, okay. So it is going to actually have a little bit more bulk, or is it more bulk or is there more attack? I'm not 100% sure. But what we're going to do is let it go so we can bring in either Gengar or Typhlosion to farm them down. I do decide to bring in the Typhlosion because we're going to be able to take them out quicker before they do potentially get to a Weather Ball, which will do a lot of damage to the Gengar. And they are actually bringing in a Greninja, and we're getting a shield out of them. Now, we're going to have to do something here about this Greninja shit, right? Yeah. So we're going to have to switch the team out. Specifically, maybe Gengar, maybe Typhlosion, but one of the two have to go because the algorithm is going to keep throwing this. Now, for the people who want to say, well, Greninja is something that's commonly used all the time, that's true. It is very true. Greninja is used a lot, so I can't say, oh, the algorithm is screwing me over. But at the same time, I can. So what we're going to do, though, is actually switch it up. We're going to go ahead and see. I know I wanted to go Ampharos, but I'm going Nidoking. I know. I'm going extra spicy. This is why our score just stays horrible. Our ELO, a.k.a. ELO score. All right, we're met with a Obstagoon. Well, this is great. They swap into a Helioptile. We bring in the Nidoking. Now, we do need to look out for Bulldoze. I was a little bit nervous. I did push the shield, but it didn't go through, so thank goodness, because it was just a breaking swipe. We're going to go straight for the Sand Tomb here. Now, it's always on point for me to hit the move that does less damage, and they let it go. Even though I build up to the charge move, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyways, what's going on here? Let's focus here. So we have the Shadow Nidoking, my prized possession here. Well, not quite. I have a Shadow Shiny Nidoking that I should have used for this video, but we're using this. Fun fact, in Pokemon Red, I'm using Nidoking. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I have a rival that's trying to make a team that's going to go up against me. No! And we're going to play the old Link Cable style battles once we get to level 100. But Nidoking's serving me well. It's good stuff, actually. I'm preoccupied by a lot of these ROMs that I bought that are actually cartridges, which you can simply put them on, you know, it's like 1001 cartridge or something like that. But I prefer for it to just straight up be one game cartridge and I play it. It's been a blast. Okay, enough of the rambling here. Beat them there. Next game, what do we have with the Gramble up against a Gliscor? Okay, it's all right. We're going to go ahead and call that. I think we're going to want to bring in the... Okay. Oh, we have the Lapras. I forgot. Okay. Well, this is over. Now, here's the thing about this situation. I'm going to explain here. This Lapras, Shiny and Shadow, by the way, nice prize possession, does have a legacy of freaking Ice Beam. I wanted to test it out, but I'm going to tell you straight up. It was fun, sure, but you definitely want Skull Bash. Because what happens when you're stuck against a water type? You're done. Next game, we put Lapras in the front. We're met with a Greninja after we swapped the Gramble. Of course we did. Of course we did. They swap it to Charizard. We go for the Earth Power on the Nidoking. We do quite a bit of damage. Nobody has used a shield quite yet here. We're going to let this go, calling it Dragon Claw. Very nice. Not taking very much damage. Still in the green. Bringing in a Venusaur, and as I've seen this, at this point, I realized I'm going to be able to take the win here. This is it. This is it. That was a wrap. Because of the Obstagoon, right? Is that what we had up front? Oh, Greninja. That's right. So we still do need to look out for a potential move that could hurt us. But the Gramble does so much, we take the win and it's over. Folks, this video is going by fast. Make sure you hit that like button. Show me a little support, please. It'd be much appreciated. That's all I'm asking for. Just hit the like button. It's free. You don't do nothing. Next game, we're met with an Ampharos with the Lapras in the lead. Horrible for us. Swapping in the Gramble, letting it go, and it's doing a ton because it's, of course, Thunder Punch. They bring in a Cobalion, and we're not looking good, so we bring in the Nidoking here, and I'm thinking, this is the perfect opportunity. Everything is resisted, except for Not really. It's still doing a lot of stupid ass damage, right? Yeah, that's just the unfortunate part. So we're going to go ahead and start throwing these here. Go for the earth power. Go for another earth power. And I completely spaced it out. They had 2 shields and they shielded both of them up and I quit in a rage. Next game. Met with a Poliwrath. They're swapping into their own Ampharos, and we're going to bring in that Nidoking Shiny, or Shadow. My bad. Shadow. And look, Nidoking is one of my favorites. They did definitely buff it up, but it's still not good enough. I mean, if I was using the regular one, sure, we would be able to take hits a little bit better, but damn. Some Pokemon in Pokemon Go are just so neglected and just rejected. There's really nothing you can actually do for them. You're screwed. They're done. Put a fork in them, unfortunately. Bringing in the Gramble, who's going to be able to charm down. We're still holding on to 1 shield, and they have a Skeletor's. I swap into the Ampharos. They bring in that Poliwrath. I'm going to be building up to the Trailblaze, which is super effective. This is getting a little bit close. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to farm down with my next Pokemon here. Well, I'm hoping. We have a freaking Gramble. What am I talking about? But I feel like I made a mistake here. I go for Brutal Swing, and now the Skeletor is going to be able to gain a little bit more energy, putting them at an advantage to potentially get to 2 charge moves because they were charging earlier, but we're able to get to the crunch, thank goodness, with the Shadow Gramble and take that win. Let's go. Next game. What are we going to see here? With the Ampharos, met with a Tentacruel, Mr. Hanky himself. They're going to be swapping the catch. That was a good catch. Dragonite. So what we're going to do is farm up a little bit extra so we're ready because we know they're going to be bringing back that Tentacruel. So we need to be ready for that. Brutal Swing's not super effective, but with the health that they have right now, it is going to be doing enough. Going for the crunch, getting my first shield out of them here. Now we got to be quick here. We're going to go for this immediately. We have the Typhlosion in the back that does not want to go up against that Tentacruel. Getting the last shield from them, and we're going to let this go. Calling the Acid Spray, expecting another one here. Scold! Oh, and they immediately swap into a Glissopod. Well, this thing is part bug. It is going to be able to go down because Typhlosion's Blast Burn is just that damn strong, and it will be able to finish them off. They back out, and we take that win, and we're looking good. Let's keep it going here, folks. This is awesome. What do we have next here? So, somebody, well, I'm not going to say somebody, a member and a donator of the channel, much appreciated. You're amazing. Did pick up on my gooder. Jeez, listen to me. Are you freaking kidding me? On my gooder, on my better vibes, my happier vibes for Go Battle League, and not just, oh, the algorithm. Oh, I hate this. You know, we could talk about it. It doesn't mean I'm angry, but I got a atone most of the time. But you did pick up on the happier feel, and we're going to kind of try to keep that going throughout 2024. Okay, so again, if you do appreciate that, if you can give this video a thumbs up, that's much appreciated. Win or lose, we're having fun testing things out, manipulating the algorithm, yada, yada, yada. Oh, if you can do that, why don't you get to legend? Look, I don't give a damn. I got the best pose that there is, the double peace sign upside down. It's over. Next game, we're met with a Drifblim. Okay, this is great for us as they are part flying, and we also have Brutal Swing. Super effective. We're going to go for that immediately here. And I do believe we're actually going to call this and let this go, and it is going to be an Icy Wind. Icy Wind or Mystical Fire. I do believe the Mystical Fire is going to be the updated version of the Drifblim with its charge moves, and we're going to actually want to shield up the next one here so we can win that advantage. If they want a double shield, by all means be my guest, but they're swapping, so what we're going to do is hold on to our energy since they did lower our attack and bring in Typhlosion. That's super effective and can get to that Blast Burn at a very fast rate here and take them out. And when they do bring in the Drifblim, if they do, which it's not going to be, it's going to be a Poliwrath, and unfortunately they take us out before we get to a charge move, but that's okay. We have the Gramble and everything is lining up perfectly. Scold is going to do quite a bit of damage, but we're going to call this Icy Wind. That's exactly what it is, and they're going to be swapping with what like 2 HP on that Poliwrath. We're going to shield this up, farm them down, and then farm down the Poliwrath and take the win with the Gramble. Shadow, this thing's absolutely amazing. Are you kidding me? Let's keep it going here, unedited. Let's get it. Next game, what are we going to see here? Shadow Gramble, I'm telling you. Definitely worth that power up for raids. Next game, we're met with a Poliwrath. This is a good lead. They're going to be swapping into their own Ampharos. Now, I don't have the Nidoking anymore, so we don't have a really good response to this. So we're just going to kind of throw and put on a little bit of pressure here. While letting this go, it is going to unfortunately be a Thunder Punch while they're getting stabbed. And this son of a gun is able to farm up fairly quick, so we're gonna have to just call the Typhlosion a sacrifice at this point. And we do not want to reveal what we have in the back, so we're just gonna be bringing back our Ampharos to farm them down, and they're bringing back their Poliwrath. Okay, well, sounds good to me here. We still have the Gramble in the back. Hopefully we have a non-fire type in the back or a poison. Otherwise we should be able to pull this off. Oh, it's a fire. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some Tom Cruise nonsense over here and pull off some magic. Okay, so let's go. We're getting their last shield, swapping and bringing in the Gramble here. Now, I was baiting on them going for a Dragon Claw, but that was kind of a good amount of time to decide what they want to throw. So it's definitely going to be a Blast Burn. We let it go, or we shield it up, then we have no more shields. We're bringing the Ampharos, and they take us out because counter just is much quicker than Volt Switch, and we take a loss there, unfortunately. Good game. What are we going to see next, though? Leading with Ampharos, met with Tapu Fini. Well, we can't complain about this, can we? Now, they will know that you're going for the Trailblaze because they will be able to reach the Surf before you, and they can swap to catch, so you need to look out for that because they could potentially throw in a Fire type. We're going for it. They're letting it go, though. We did have to use a shield at this point, and they're bringing in a Genesect. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Brutal Swing Hedge, which has been raised on their attack, swapping into the Typhlosion to get an Incinerate through, which is going to KO after they get off that X-Scissor. And they do have a Giratina in the back. Blast Burn, we're getting a shield from them because it is so threatening, and they're also trying to maintain that health on the Giratina. They do not know what we have in the back. Or maybe they do. I'm not saying they do, okay? But there is a cheat for Go Battle League. I just want to let you know right now. Again, I just want to pull out a disclaimer here. I'm not saying the people that I'm going up against are doing this, but there is a cheat in certain Discords that you can use to see your opponent's team as well as their moves before the battle actually starts. As you two are matched up and you see each other's names, it will show you. You'll have to use another phone and it will show you their moves as well as their teams. This is a fact. This is the thing. We exposed it. It's real. It's here. So just know that Go Battle League is a complete piece of shit and don't take it serious, okay? Whatsoever. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage. Next game, we do have a mirror match up against another Ampharos here, which is also going to be Shadow. Damn, this is a long ass video, folks. What's going on here? All right, so you got to make sure you try to sneak in. Also, if you have higher attack, then you have to keep that into consideration as you will be able to win CMP. We're going to let this go here as we did get both shields and we're still holding on to both of ours here. And Typhlosion amped up with energy. You can't screw with this son of a gun. It's going to destroy you. And I actually took them out. They're bringing in a Suicune. We're going to go for Solar Beam. You ready for it? Let's go. One-shotting Suicune. They have a Giratina in the back. I immediately swap into the Gramble and it is over. There's nothing they can do. They back out. I don't blame them. It's over. It's a wrap. Yeah, Go Battle League can be competitive. You know, you do have to have some skill at some time. But I'm going to have to say a good 80% of the time, it is a coin flip game like this. Another mirror match here. Okay. This is why I kind of want to opt with the higher attacked Ampharos so I can win those CMPs. Because a lot of times when I put a Pokemon on my team, it starts throwing that thing at me over and over again because, you know, that's just the way this algorithm works. It just can't help itself. All right, so we're going to be getting my first shield out of them here, or their first shield out of them. We'll let that go here. And what we're going to do is, yes, we know they're going to get to a charge move. Unfortunately, right at the nick of their last bit of health, but we're coming out of this with a lot of energy. Fire and Grass, Shadow, oh, there's really nothing too much that can hold this back unless you're kind of a dragon, and even then it's going to do a lot. They're bringing in an Obstagoon. We immediately swap after getting our last shield out of them, and they do have a Cresselia. Folks, I do believe this is going to be the last battle here because this is going to be a long one. Well, not anymore. We can let that one go here, knowing that the Typhlosion is going to be able to absolutely sweep them up, and they have no more shields left. Gramble taking them out, doing a couple of charms onto the Obstagoon before we do go down here, and we'll simply shield this one up and go for a Blast Burn. And folks, there you have it. Wait. We got one more. I swear this was the last one, but I guess we're moving into one more here. The final one, another Ampharos. What do you freaking know? Just a coincidence, right? Yeah, just a coincidence. Okay, so we're gonna play this same thing like last time. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna build up to 2 here. We got a nice little bit of lag, snuck through a quick move, so we should be able to outpace them to the next one. If they want to shield this one up, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do so. And we're still holding on to 2 shields. We're going to let that go. We're going to bring in the Ampharos again, I do believe. Farm them down because that just seems to be working for us here. And yes, they will be able to get to a charge move, but they've used a shield themselves. So we're now just kind of substituting our shield for energy. They're bringing in a Jellicent. We're going to go straight for that Solar Beam. They're shielding it up using their last shield. We swap into the Gramble. And unfortunately, we're in a bad position here. We're going to let this go. It is a Shadow Ball. I thought it might be a freaking Surf. They bring in a Muck. At least it has Snarl. We're going to go close combat because that's going to do more damage. We bring them down to almost KO range. They throw their charge move here. Down goes the Gramble. We've got 1 shield. Bring into the Typhlosion. Folks, this is a wrap. They back out. We take the win. If you did enjoy this video or want to support me, hit that like button. Thank you for watching and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!